Congratulations, Kseniya, for winning the Raspberry Pi giveaway, sponsored by Ardor Next and given to you as a person who completed the Ardor Bootcamp on Udemy.com. This is the Crypto Woman, and I'm really excited to be here to talk to you about Ardor and all of the things that you're excited and involved with.
Thank you very much. It was a great course and you have great product, and I enjoyed it a lot when I was seeing which options it has and how much it can be done there and how good it can be extended the way you need it, because I'm also programming a little bit for long years now. And I like blockchain, and I usually works with different types of blockchains like Ethereum, and now we are looking on different other types like EOS and now Ardor, because usually you don't need for all projects only one blockchain. You need different projects built on different platforms for different types of tasks and requirements. So for me, it's very excited to be winner.
Yes. And that Raspberry Pi is going to be on its way to you. I believe you emailed me your address. You are far away from me. You're in Ukraine. Yep. And so it might take a little while to get there,
but I hope I will get it.
You will get it. It will go out in the mail this week.
So you will have one Raspberry Pi Note in Ukraine. So
I'm sorry, what?
In Ukraine, you will have one Raspberry Pi Note, and maybe somebody will want to see it also, and then request. Because I will tell everybody about that.
Oh, wonderful. That's the best marketing we can have, is excited people talking.
So small Raspberry and so big marketing.
Well, maybe I'll even throw in a t-shirt for you.
Yeah, okay.
If you wear it.
Yes, I definitely like t-shirts.
Good. So you've been involved with blockchain for quite a while, I understand.
Yes, because I was web developer when it was not so popular, and I built e-commerce sites, I built payment systems, and we found that bank system is not very well for new startups and projects, and we always was finding how to do it from Indian banks and other banks, and we found Bitcoin. And it was not very expensive, and we put it inside and was very happy. And then I start to dig what it's about and how it works. And when hype come to blockchain technologies, I was ready, and I found my partners on hackathon. So we're real startup. We meet each other on hackathon, and we create teams that works only with blockchain. And we now are 14 people.
Wow.
Yes, including students that we grow up.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take a guy and tell him, okay, you 10 years on usual development, go to blockchain. He won't understand it. And for most people, blockchain still is not very well known, because they think it's only about hype and like bubble, not about decentralized technologies, not about all this stuff that can be done, really that can be. And I think business is only opening blockchain for them.
Right. And that's a problem, that a lot of people think about cryptocurrency and the market when they think about blockchain and not the technology behind it. So it takes those people like you and your team and many others to realize the potential.
Yes, and we come to every project we have like, okay, now we need to know why do you need this blockchain? Do you need it only for becoming rich, or you really use of blockchain in person's goodness, when you give to people some real utility of blockchain, real decentralization. And I hope that in few years, I expect in 4. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
That's
because all these cycles, and I look on the USA market, and they have products that are really innovative, but they still not on blockchain. And you know, when it comes to USA, then it comes to Europe, then it comes to Ukraine, something like this. So we work in Ukraine, and we want to work with Europe. Some project we already have, and for USA, and then you just.
Yeah. Well, I think it's great if you work in your country. Like you pointed out to me in an earlier conversation, one of the drawbacks is that you don't have an Ardor community in Ukraine right now.
You know, in Russia, no, in Ukraine, because in Russia they have Waves projects that was inspired about NXT tokenization process, and they built their own platform. Maybe you know Sasha Ivanov and Waves,
Yeah.
but they don't do it like open source for everyone, and they put only tokens inside, and they was promised from they was talking about smart contracts in their system, but it's 1 year talk and no smart contract.
And nothing to say. I know that the Ardor Bootcamp course that you actually completed on Udemy to qualify you to win this Raspberry Pi is very basic.
Yes.
But for the basics, it covered the ground pretty well. Have you gone in and poked around in the API?
Yes, I was trying everything that they was showing, and I was playing with all this function of monetary system and tokenization. Yes, and I found how to do usual request from my some client I will do, because this big client of Ardor, it's UI very complex to be true for people. Yes, it's for developer, it's okay. So developers, they will find. But if you will give it to some client and tell, okay, now you can pay this token, he will where to find it.
Right.
So for projects, it's important to have a possibility to communicate with node in a basic layer when you just push your request. So it's good enough for it, and I tried and it works. So now we can use it instead of Ethereum, for example, in some token payment, if we have it.
So because you have dual superpowers, blockchain and web development, can you see those APIs being helpful to you in pulling into a nice GUI or a nice graphic user interface?
It's good enough to be true. Also, what you need for web development, for web usage, like something like Web3 on Ethereum, because something like MetaMask, because yes, because it's one of the problems for people that they don't want to know how to store keys. They don't want to know how to do something. They just want one button.
They just want to do it. Push that button.
That button will do it cool. Okay, push it.
Right.
And for this Ethereum environment is very rich for external products. Mm-hmm. Yes, for any other blockchain, it's challenge to have them, but it's good for me as developer, because if it's complex, for me it's not very complex, and I can use it, and I can be the only one who can do it on Ardor.
Right. Well, we do hope to see some projects from you.
Yes.
Some nice graphic user interfaces.
I think it will be. Because I just wanted to have some good implementation for business, and then we just will find some blockchain that will use it. And Ardor is good blockchain because of small payments. It's not very expensive now to be used.
Right.
You can't pay so much gas for Ethereum if you have transactions as a daily routine. You can't pay 10,000. I don't know how much it will be. because
Right.
Ethereum price can be growing. You can buy now a lot of Ethereum coins to fuel your project, but
Mhm.
why you will need it if you
Right.
can find
Right.
some things?
So we'll look for projects from you that primarily are about payments then.
Yes.
Is that right? That's your niche.
Yeah, I like all this stuff when it goes to being useful, and payment is main mark of product being useful, because you can sit on Facebook and do something, you can publish some articles, but you never know about if it was good or not while you don't have likes, yes, and or something like this. And when people pay, they not just, okay, I know this guy, he's good, I will like him.
Yeah.
When you tell, I will pay for this stuff, I will pay for this transaction, I will use this product and pay for membership.
Mhm.
So this
Yes,
is about being useful.
it
And
is.
that's why I like e-commerce projects, because when you do something, you see how good it was.
Yes.
When you implement new option, you see, okay, now we have twice more payments. So this implementation was good.
Yes.
If you, okay, now people, they don't buy nothing, so you have shitty product.
And we do want useful projects. So I am actually thrilled to meet you, to know that we have another developer, another person interested in Ardor and making it useful. I like to think that blockchain is going to make the world a better place. And it
Yes,
sounds like
even
you've got that.
you know, blockchain is open source.
Yeah.
You don't need to pay. Yeah, that's one main reason why I'm in blockchain. But you have so much open source projects, and you need to put it like Lego box, all inside, and know how to do it very good, and
Mhm.
know how to make it better.
That's right. That's right. And that's why we need people like you. I'm thrilled to meet you. I'm thrilled to send this Raspberry Pi on to you. And also, I would like to invite you to join the conversation in our community. The best place for developers right now, the conversation in Slack. And I'll post our Slack invite link right here on the video when I put this up there, and join us, because actually our core developers are actually in that conversation, and if you ping them with a question, they'll
Yes.
answer you.
I think it will be more useful when I will have some real requests, like I need to do this, how to do it.
Right, right.
And for me, it's like I usually want to know how it's done, why it's so way on another way, why it's slow, why it's expensive, maybe because I found that, for example, making when you publish token and token, you increase number of token, you pay more than when you decrease them. I understand why it's done that way, but it's so great, small, you know, these tricks.
Yeah.
Everything
I
is
don't know.
simple, but
Those are
then
the questions that you can ask and they can answer.
yeah, so yes, so it's all about small tricks.
A little small tricks.
You know, when they told that all the same but small different.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll see you in Ukraine someday. If
Yeah.
not, thanks for spreading the word around there. You know, if I don't know, my mind goes big places, and I'm just thrilled to know that you've got a team of 14 developers there.
In
And
Ukraine, we
I
have
reach out to you for a project. So, well, we'll hear more from you. And before I leave, I want to say one last thing about Kseniya, is that she uses exclamation points and excited language, and she's interested in the blockchain. So don't anybody tell me that blockchain isn't exciting. So
Yes.
we'll leave you for now and catch up again soon. Bye.
Bye.